Yeah, enough of that intro music. Welcome to Pieville on Dementia Craft. I'm ApplePie, and we're going to go ahead and take a tour of what is officially Pieville. Let's go ahead and see if ApplePie, aka us, are home. Well, hello there. I'm ApplePie, and this is my crib. Yeah. So let's go take a look. First off, we've got the sandcastle. Come in here when I need sand or something. You know what? This dialogue is falling apart. Let's go ahead and just do this thing. Sandcastle used to be my storage facility and my home base. That was right after the server started, right after I got into this area known as Pieville. It has gone through a transformation of sorts recently. A couple of extremely talented builders and designers took over, and I paid them through shulker boxes full of raw iron to redesign this as an aquarium slash trader hall for me. Interesting combo, I know, right? But look how it turned out. This thing is absolutely amazing. I just got this not long ago, and I cannot stop running around here. Bring a couple stacks of iron, leave awed by the amazing build, and, with a couple stacks of emeralds. I want to thank Kurikia and Marigold Pop for this amazing build. Just can't get enough of it. Anyway, as we exit out the back door of the castle, we can see places that I have cannibalized parts and it's turning into kind of a wreck, but we can fix that on up. Let's go check out Pieville. In my first video, episode 0.5, I went ahead and did a fly around of the whole place, but never actually showed what we've got in Pieville. These are the amenities that everybody needs to come, move in here for. Got us a factory with an auto smelter. It's not big, but we got lots and lots of stone, lots and lots of basalt. It works well. Don't need to brag about that, but that stone generator has now generated over... Where's stone? 114,000 stone. It's been busy. All right. So we're going to take a detour from downtown and head on over to the brand new district that we just built past the tree farm. Nice TNT duper. It's good for mostly spruce and birch, but spruce is all I ever use since we have a theme here. This is Port de Pieville. This just went up in the last couple of weeks. Been just planning on building this for a very long time. But a nice port with cranes and a ship and 45 shulkers of eggs, which I still will not reveal the purpose for. The subject of the last build, the horse barn, I would like to point out that I have made peace with Pie Biscuit. Just misunderstood. Everybody has a purpose. His is not racing, that is for certain. But I went ahead and bred Pie Biscuit with Pie Breeze the first, which is my day one horse. And I will introduce you to the results of that union here shortly. Got our wool farm, part 1. This is more decorative. Not a lot of wool comes out of here, but I enjoy the farm. Because it wasn't producing enough, I went ahead and put up a full wool farm up there. The one that does all the colors. Got the iron farm. Got the people farm. Villager breeder. Say hi to my boys here. Or something. I guess I kind of feel bad. I'll get over it though. Better look at the wool farm and the egg farm. I didn't say anything about egg farms. All right, let's do a walkthrough of the farms. Aside from the ones I've already showed, the good stuff is all hidden. When I moved over to this area from the main island, which is now Pieville Commons, I rebuilt all my farms, including your traditional villager potato and carrot farms and your traditional observer-based bamboo and sugarcane farms. Well, they're all buried under this fake mountain I made. The wool farm is on top of it, and so is the hen or the egg farm. I didn't say egg farm. But the gathering facilities have never moved. I've just fed them into hopper lines. So bamboo, sugarcane is right around the corner from bamboo, follows the same feeding line. Got the output from what's right above me is 2 villagers and getting carrots and potatoes coming down. There's a pumpkin farm that also shares this output rail down at the far end. It only gets mildly confusing because I built it so ad hoc. There was no real plan on how to put all this together from the very beginning. I built piece by piece onto it and just figured out how to add things together. I mean, it's pretty evident if you come below and look at the actual line that goes out to the castle, because I've been bringing things in from all the way over here and sorting things as I go. I mean, I've got impulse sorters that are meant to filter out wheat and seed when I've had enough of them. And they are apparently not feeding correctly right now. That's because I turned them off. Okay. So we might have just found a flaw here. Oh, nope, everything else is going through. We're good. Use elevators to get the gunpowder up. Anyway, this whole area underneath the base is the actual point of the base. I had a impulse sorter that shot wheat seed into this little lava pit, but I've got them feeding through composters now up earlier on the line. Feed the iron down the line and turn the poppy into compost. Oh, that's such a nice view. And then the piece that I'm probably spend the most time with is the geek shop or the nerd shop or library, whatever you want to call it. But in here is where I've got my trader, librarians. They've all been cured, so everything is cheap. This is where you come in and get your mending books for a emerald. And then my secret up here is the farmers. This is where I get my golden carrots. Because they are easy to get here. You said something about egg farms, not me. And then downtown Pieville. Got some trees now, and pie brisket. Yeah. This horse is fantastic. Stats? No. Name? Yeah, I'm proud of it. And then we've got our eateries. We've got our burger shop with cooked beef, and we've got our chicken shop with cooked chicken. Got the Pieville leasing office here, which is starting to get actual action here. And then had to build a little house for myself, so we did this tree build. Most definitely not my design, but regardless, I like it. It's very fun to personalize. I would like to throw some shout outs on this Fallout based artwork to Kyoka, who this is just fantastic. I love these. Put so much work into making these. Dog meat. Wonderful. Got the library. Got an armory. And then you can come see the top of Pieville. So the entire point of this base is not about being a medieval aesthetic base. That's what it is, but the whole point of this is that all of these farms out here all feed my sorter. So I don't have to gather anything in this entire place. I think I counted there are 28 items that are fed into my sorter through this magical hopper line under here. And no, there isn't a lag problem yet. And the teaser for season or episode 0.5, I showed the facility here, but this is the sorter. It's been working well now for a few months. After I moved it away from the old sorter, which was in that sandcastle, I could only do 56 items when it was over there, but over here I sort 200, which is expandable as much as I want based on the design, and then the rest of it is storage in barrels and chests that I manually sort. It's the way to make it easier, in my opinion. Got our book storage. Still have 71 mending books left. Storing up for the apocalypse, also known as the 1.21 update. And then just in case, I made sure that there was ample storage because, boom, all you'll ever need. And a bed. And then the train station that sends the train up to Samuel's base. And yeah, that's what we got for the villa itself. But now we got to see what people are building. Start up here on my AFK tower or nearby. Start in the enchanting room. You can see the copper steampunk build of Kitsu. And we've got Ray and Evan, who build a cathedral in the medieval district. We've got the original tower from Samuel and the magic. And then we have this absolutely amazing build by Karikia. It's still in progress, but look at this thing. Isn't this beautiful? It's going to be like the most magical, gigantic tree ever. And then the inside of the building that's underneath the tree is actually really nice too. So we'll come back and do an update on that one later once it's done. Pieville has a town center now. It's got a fish pond and a hot tub and a fountain. All of it is mob proof, so you can AFK in the hot tub. Shouldn't have to worry about trident drowns or anything. We'll get a closer look here. And start building infrastructure around these here pretty soon. I've got designs laid out for the paths for all three of the types. It's just going to take a little bit of work getting them going. But looking at the scale here on this cathedral is really pretty. And at night, those end rods just look awesome. And then right next to it is my first build here, which I really could have done better. So we'll figure out another one to add. I'll probably build something right up here in this corner. And then there is another brand new project starting that is going to use this crater up to make a floating castle after I crash into it. Awesome. I'm very excited to see what this looks like. There was no theme for this part of the build, and I think that anybody that wants to build anything at this point can come in here because people are being amazing about their designs, and there's a lot of creativity. I think that there's room for everybody to come do just whatever they want, and I will try to make it all fit together. And then the final piece we've got here is the tavern that is going to be the official Pieville Tavern, which I think I went through before. It is still completely barren, but we'll get some bartenders in here and some good music boxes and whatnot, and have some good times. I've drawn a map that I will go ahead and show of how all of the hopper lines come together for the districts, and kind of show this view of the town from the watchtower on the harbor. You can kind of see everything. I really have enjoyed building all of this, and I've been getting more and more inspired recently to build pieces on it. I had taken quite a break from building anything in here until a few weeks ago when I decided to make the horse stable for the build or for the video, and then added in the Bonemeal Farm and the wool farm and everything here in the village or in the harbor. Been kind of on a building rampage, and it's been a lot of fun. Things are starting to come together. It looks like a town now, which is obviously the point. There's nothing mega about this build, but all of the pieces coming together to make a fun town are what we're after. All the farms still work, short of the Bonemeal Farm has started to have some problems, but I'll take care of that later. And then the last eatery, we've got our cooked fish shop because we're on a dock, a public dock. It is rumored that we're catching lots of enchanted books off of this dock, so if you want to come play, this is the dock for you. You can see off in the distance, that's the Pieville Annex. I've already claimed the entire island. Nom nom nom. Nom nom nom. This whole area, which I totally have not completely destroyed for sand, and these cliffs, and this portal, this is all going to be the annex. I've got some ideas for how to do all of this, but I want to start by building a really epic bridge that comes across from Pieville. And that is going to be something that hopefully we'll do pretty soon. The last piece that I wanted to do in this video, because it's such an integral part of how everything works on the server, is go check out the shopping district. I only have 9 rockets left because, as I stated in episode 5, going with not enough rockets is my signature move. I like to live dangerously. Now, it's hard to navigate around the nether, so if you ever join the server and you want to find my place, I went ahead and made it relatively easy. We're going boom! Yeah. If you can't find my place, change your video settings. We've got all kinds of access to other people's bases. Everybody's here. There's an absolutely gorgeous under the nether roof set of tunnels going in that are very classic to these kind of servers. I will go through that in another episode because it deserves a lot more than a flyby. But I also want to point out these dragons. These dragons are absolutely awesome. And we've got two of them guarding each of the cardinal directions. And they're all a different theme. You got your teal ones, your red ones, your black and brown, and then the portal. This was all designed by our two main admins, including this exterior portal. And I would say that this is quite a work of art. Very good stuff. So I don't want to feature anybody's build in particular here because there's so many that may not want to have their stuff featured, but there are a lot that do. So I'm going to go ahead and go over some stats. We've got roughly 50 shops now. And these are all active shops. We have them all stocked. Everything should be in play. And I did it. Let's go ahead and hang on to that. And let's go ahead and shoot ourselves into that. All right. Start with the community hall. When you join the server for the first time, which I know you're planning to soon because it's awesome, you start in this building. There's a few freebies, stuff to start with: boats, beds, ender chests, some tools. And I must point out that one of my shops, the iron shop, also has plenty of gear for people that are just starting off, armor, etc. We've got access just up north of us to the end portal. There's a Enderman farm out there that is by far the best way to get experience. And then we've got my first build, my first store shop. I've got the shaft. We sell construction stuff. Got your stone, got your cobble, and then the one thing that everybody buys out immediately, the andesite, which we've got to go restock again. I've stocked that thing like 3 times this week. ATM, not in your network for sure. Anyway, we've got the nether clone down here in the bottom to go ahead and look like where you might get that stuff. Temporarily running the tool shop and the armor shop. Need fully enchanted tools and armor. That's what we do here. And then the iron shop, which is my most recent build. I built it as a outlet from my iron farm because I was choking my storage system up by not using it all. And it turns out it's been pretty popular. People buy lots of iron. Not today, of course, but there's an active moderation of the community here for the shops. Everything needs to follow a theme, and the scope of each shop needs to stay small. You can't have bazaars going. So each shop is focused and has a great theme. Love it. Competition is welcome. We don't lock items. And this is just a great shopping district. it is still growing. It has not stopped and will continue to. So that's the Pieville Dementia Craft version of MTV Cribs. You pretty much have to be old enough to play on Dementia Craft to understand what MTV Cribs actually is. So that's a nice qualifier. We're going to head on back to our base and go do something fun, like throw tridents at fish or something. I put this here as much for my good as everybody else's because I'm kind of old. I tend to get lost. Got my librarian there who's been there since the second day I was on the server. He escaped from my breeding farm and has been in a boat ever since. You can go get efficiency books from him. And since it's night now, do a flyby of the Ville. Super happy with how this whole thing is coming together. Gonna keep building on it. This area over here is all expansion for shops and farms. We'll see what we come up with. But until then, it's definitely a good idea to pop into the hot tub when it's raining. Chat disabled. I can't sit when I have chat off. Oh well. We're just gonna sit here and chill until people show up and decide to have a party. It's been great taking you on a tour. I will add some builds later. This one is not going to have anything because there was too much to show. Thanks for stopping by Pieville. Bye bye bye.